This is the truth code explaining the yin-yang image. The yin-yang image is actually a creation myth, like so many other things, about the nature of the cosmos, which is duality and the opposites. There is a story of development which is not recognized in the yin-yang image, which is taken to be this all by itself without knowing about the development. And we start off, like in so many other myths, with the point, and then this is creation, the circle, which is totality, and within totality is a duality. And the duality are perceived as the opposites, and the opposites are in a dynamic relationship. Also, each of the opposite is paradoxical in that it contains the seed of its own opposite, which sets the stage for an antiodromia, which means one thing turning towards its opposite. The nature of the cosmos, as described by the yin-yang image, is paradoxical. The story is, out of the point comes creation, duality, opposition, dynamic relationship, and antiodromia. The wise person accepts this, recognizes it, and accepts this. This is a feminine attribute, the acceptance, as opposed to the masculine aspect, which has to do with dominance of one over the other. Two very different mindsets. The wise person bows to this conundrum, this paradox, and accepts it, and will not identify with one of the opposites to the exclusion of the other, knowing that through an antiodromia, that opposite will turn towards its own opposite and will end up with the original problematic situation. The fool says there is no problem because really the opposites are aspects of the totality, and we should focus on the totality and not the fact that there are opposites. And so to them, to the fools, everything is gray. And this is characteristic of the New Age movement. The evil person will try to beat the game, not accepting, but trying to dominate, and will identify with one of the other to the exclusion of the other and try to beat the game. These are three very different mindsets: the accepting, the dominating, and the fool dismissing. Again, the understanding of the mythic imagery, the artwork associated with myth and religion, extends deep into our history, deep into our past, and the knowledge of which, the wisdom of which, is largely lost due to people's indifference, through time neglect, through the preference to not know, and which is denied to us by people that live by the power motive. And yet the wisdom in these images can be found if you are objective and ready to receive the mythic archetypal content instead of inventing it to support your own infantile retentive narcissism. I hope you enjoyed this video.